All right, this entire place is a mess. We gotta clean up.
Gross.
You gotta pick up a cat who has no bones,
No bones.
move him around so he can get out of the way of the mess. And we're gonna clean up. Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared and I Watch K-On! It's episode number 16. I'm Jared, that is Doc Al and Lady M.
Hello.
And we are talking to you about season 2, episode number 2, entitled Cleanup.
We're gonna clean some stuff.
We're gonna clean some stuff. Because that's what we do. We begin this episode by not cleaning up.
Not cleaning up. It's a mess.
We
Everything's a mess.
gotta wake up Yui.
Yes.
So they're all in the club room, and Mugi is cleaning up the chalkboard, and they're like, were you supposed to do this today? And like she's like, no, it was Yui, but she's asleep. And they're like all trying to wake her up, and like nothing is working. She's just out. And the idea they get at like later at the end is like they'll look at each other like, Yui, there's cake. She rises up, half asleep, looks around at everyone, and is like, wires, there's no cake, and then just back asleep.
Back asleep.
It's real good. And then
You gotta
like,
admire
we gotta
her
go get cake. Miss Yamanaka's like, hey, you know those weird animal costumes I have you recruit people in? Yeah, we need them back. Drama Club needs them. So like, all right, well, we'll go get them. They go to the club room. Ritu goes into like the closet, and it's a mess. And she's like, oh, I know where they are. And like pulls them out and just like dumps everything on her. And they're like, all right, well, we need to clean.
Yeah, this is not acceptable.
And then Yui and Ritsu are like, well, technically we're not in charge of this room, so we shouldn't have to clean it. It's not our duty. And then everyone's like, no, we got to do it. So they clean up. They get all their stuff around. Mio has this weird like face plushie that she takes, and everyone's like, what? So they basically get it all cleaned up as best as they could.
The frog makes
a reappearance because Yui's like, ooh, he's gonna yell at me if I take more stuff home. So they basically get everything that they have and then leave some stuff out that was like stuff from previous like music clubs that's not theirs. They also find a guitar, which they find out was Miss Yamanaka's, and Azusa's like, oh, you were in the light music club too? Wow, that's so cool. And then like Yui comes up with a picture of her from her days in the club. Like, this is what she looked like. And I was just like, yeah, I'm kind of less impressed now.
Yep.
So they're like, hey, do you want to take this guitar home? It's yours. And Miss Yamanaka's like, not really. You can go sell it. Whatever. You'll probably get like a couple $100 for it. Whatever. So they all have to take turns lugging the guitar around, and they do that by basically playing rock, paper, scissors a lot. They also go to a hardware store, or like it's a convenience store, a big convenience store basically, because Mio's like, hey, we should get a shelf for the club room, make everything like organizing our stuff a lot better. So they do that. Everyone,
this is hilarious.
Man, these girls are very impressed with this hardware store.
They're so impressed. Like, Yui ends up putting on this like paint suit, like hazmat suit. She's like, we could paint stuff on the butt. What's her? Shoot, we haven't watched it long enough that I'm forgetting names. Mugi?
Yeah.
She just wants to buy everything.
She's very enamored with the thing that like polishes stuff.
Yes.
Yui also gets very enamored with an electric screwdriver.
An electric screwdriver.
Look at the screws. Look at these screws. Ritsu puts on like a miner's hat.
Yeah, with the light on top.
And just blinds Mio.
Yep.
So they eventually get the shelves ordered and like get a delivery form. So they're like, hey, we can get this delivered to the club room. We'll get that all sorted out. Azusa makes her way over to like the animal section and is looking at this weird turtle that has a pig nose, and she's like, this is weird. And Yui's like, oh, it's so cute, look at it, look at the turtle.
originally calls it the wrong thing. She
Yeah.
calls it like a different type of animal.
And I was just
And
like, no, it's
like,
this.
no, it's this. The label literally says it's this.
And she's like, oh, it's so cute, don't you think? And I was just like, I don't know. It just looked weird. That's why I was looking at it. I don't know. So after that, they go to the music store where we've been to a few times throughout the series. And they're like, hey, okay, let's figure out what this guitar is worth. While the dudes are praising it, Oz is like, hey, what do you think our band would be like if we had more members in it? And Mio's about to respond, and the employer's like, I have finished the appraisal. And he's like, all right, so I've looked everything over. You know, it's in pretty good quality. So I think with the way it is, you know, there's some things that are different about it. But as it stands right now, I would give you $5,000 for this. And they're like, oh, okay. $5,000?
Eh?
So yeah, they're like what? And then the employees like goes through everything. And is like, yeah, you know, it's like it's really nice condition. It's got this good thing in it. You know, the bottom piece has been swapped out, but like it's still in good condition. So it's a piece that you would more like to play on. Also, like he explains the history of the guitar to them, and apparently they are slightly modified songs of the real songs that are shown from the guitarists that are shown in this montage. In order, they are Sunshine of Your Love by Cream, Thunderstruck by AC/DC, Paranoid by Black Sabbath, and Won't Get Fooled Again by The Who. So there you go. So yeah, they accept the $5,000 from this, and they're like, oh man, we get to split this evenly. We'll have $1,000 each. Holy.
It's amazing.
And then they go to like the fast food place and buy a bunch of fries.
Fries.
And they all talk about how they want to, what they would do with their money, when they get it. Like Aza and Mio were like, oh, I could get this new equipment for my stuff. Richu's like, oh, I could get
pedal or a new
I
amp.
can get a double bass pedal. Oh, Moogie's just like, I don't understand why this is exciting. This is what? Why are you guys so freaking out? And then Yui's like, I want someone to slap me with that money.
Usually I don't subscribe to the idea of kink shaming, but I'm gonna kink shame her here because getting slapped with a pile of money is a thing apparently.
I love how immediately when she said that, you're like, I'm kink shaming her.
I definitely was kink shaming her because, like, Jesus, really? You want to get slapped in the face by money?
The next day they get the shelves delivered, assembled, and it goes right into the closet. It fits really well. Ritu and Yui are yelled at because they still have personal stuff in there, and then Miss Yamanaka's like, "Oh, you know, the shelves came in. That's real good. All right. So, how much did you get for the guitar?" And Ritu's like, "Yeah, you know, it wasn't, you know, it was old, so like they couldn't give us a lot. Like they gave us like $100." And everyone's like, oh. And then Miss Yamanaka's like, oh, okay, well, I need the receipt to file for the budget and everything. I would assume you got that. And Richu's like, yeah. She's like very shakily trying to give it to her, and then she just eats it.
Eats it, and they're all in the back like yelling like to eat it.
Miss Yamanaka's like, dude, what the are you doing?
Spit it out, spit it out, spit it out.
And then she sees it and it's like, oh, $5,000. Whoa,
that's way more than what you just told me.
She's like, all right, well, I will keep $100 for the club budget, and then the rest you aren't getting. And they're like, oh. And then Yui, before she leaves, like, wait, please slap me with that wad of money.
Which she did say if they had been honest that they could have kept it,
yes.
But they weren't honest. So.
They weren't. But so they get the money that they said they got, and also Yui got slapped with the money.
Yeah.
Miss Yamanaka was like, okay.
Yeah, it was very awkward and weird.
Yui was happy though.
I mean, yeah, but like
it was still weird.
Maybe don't involve your teacher and your weird kinks. Just saying.
So they go home after that. They see a bunch of the club's getting their new club members into gear. And Mio sees like Azusa, and she's like, "Oh, she's lonely. She's lonely. We need to get another freshman here. We need to get her a Kohai." Yui's like, "I've got it. I've got the perfect idea." So the next day, they're like, "All right, here, come on, Azusa. We've got you a new Kohai." And then like they, Yui and Mugi like do this fantastic little introduction, like, "We got you a pet turtle." Azusa's like, "What?
What?
Okay." Yui's like, "I thought you liked it. You were looking at it very much. I thought you're going to be very happy with this." And I was like, "I mean, I just thought it was weird looking. That's why I was looking at it. You were the one who was like, 'Oh, it's cute. It's cute. It's cute.'" And they're like, But she's like, "All right, well, I guess we're all going to take care of this turtle now," whom they named Tonchan. He's their pig snout turtle.
I have a new turtle friend.
Yeah, they have a new turtle friend. And the Light Music Club is going to take care of their new turtle friend for the time being.
Yay!
Throughout the rest of time. And that's the episode, by the way. That's how we end it. We clean up and then we add a turtle.
Yay!
Once again, no trivia, so...
Sorry, I got headbutted.
That's that. Watch out for headbutts from kitties and also turtles.
Turtle headbutts?
Yeah, I don't know. They may headbutt you.
Did I ever tell you about the time that a snapping turtle tried to eat me?
No, maybe.
So I'm going to tell this story because we're talking about turtles and it's a funny way to end an episode. I was at the DC Zoo one time. I went to go see the red pandas, but the red pandas were indoors. And it was very upsetting because it was snowing. But I did get to see the baby pandas, so that was neat. Like actual panda, not red panda. So anyway, we went into like the reptile and amphibian area, and there was a snapping turtle, and his back was to us. But then like, I don't know if he saw the reflection or what it was, but he started like slowly turning around and like looking at me, and he opened his mouth and had like that weird little worm tongue thing that they have. And everybody's like, "Holy shit, he's trying to catch you. He's trying to eat you. Do you realize this? This snapping turtle thinks you are its lunch." And I'm like, wow. The snapping turtle at least thinks I'm food. Like, okay, cool.
I could outrun you.
You're also in an aquarium, so... I just thought it was funny that, like, apparently the snapping turtle, like, despite the fact that I'm bigger than him, he's like, I could eat that. Enough. I could eat that.
I could chomp that.
So, I am a snack to at least a snapping turtle, and that's really all I need to say at this. And that's my turtle story.
Well, on that note, next time we will be talking about episode number 3 of season 2, entitled Drummer.
Drummer?
Like that.
Yes,
so if you
all
like
that drumming.
If you would like more from us, go to seasonallamycheckup.com or ssc.cool. It's where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup and Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA, and columns and reviews on the site as well. If you would like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews, and you can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/animecheckup. So next time we will talk about our drummer.
Yay!